Our first Science Slam contender is Anamika Agrawal, who is joining us from the University of California, San Diego, where she is connected to the Center for Cellular Construction. Welcome, Anamika.
If I ask you, what is the one thing you will always remember from your biology class? Your answer is probably going to be mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. These little bean-like objects in our cells are single-handedly responsible for producing the energy that our cells need to be alive and running. But did you know which organ of our body uses the most energy? It's not our muscles. It's not our heart. It is actually our brain. Every cell of our hungry brain needs not one, but hundreds of mitochondria that are working extra hard at their jobs of energy production. When we look at brain cells, which are also called neurons, under a microscope, we see these tiny little mitochondria that are rushing around the narrow freeways of neurons to supply energy to each part of the brain. Now, their traffic patterns are the most amusing and sometimes seem to make no rhyme or reason. These mitochondria sometimes move around, but they spend a lot of their time chilling about in traffic jams. They also seem to be saying hi to each other in the middle of the road. This makes scientists like me curious. Are these brain mitochondria doing their jobs at all? To answer this question, scientists put on glow-in-the-dark tags on the mitochondria to follow them along a neuron. They found out that when we observe interactions between mitochondria, they are actually helping each other out. In fact, the healthier mitochondria can sense that their friends are sick, so they can transfer some of their power-making juice to them and make them strong and capable again. Isn't that pretty smart? In fact, even the traffic jams seem to have a reason. Whenever and wherever our brain generates an electric signal to transfer information, it needs tons of energy that the mitochondria need to supply. Now, what happens is, coincidentally, these same electric signals also happen to be red traffic lights for the mitochondria, who have braking molecules that can see these red lights. So these mitochondria are jammed exactly where they need to be. They are as smart as any self-driving car out there. Now, mitochondria are pretty awesome, but they are just one of the few elements that form the dynamic cityscape of the cell. Each teeny tiny city within the cell has not just fuel centers, but also freeways to move things along. It also has its own administrative and planning center, and even its own recycling center. At the Center for Cellular Construction, we marvel at the intricacies of this well-planned city and use some of its technologies to solve our own real-life problems. Thank you.